Hey wonderful teachers! Welcome back to your Piano Pedagogy Paintbox Challenge, where today I'm going to tell you what we're doing with 3 pens in your lessons. But before we get there, I want you to make sure that you caught up on the week so far, because it's already day 4. So if you missed any of the first 3 days, make sure to go back and check out those videos and try those teaching strategies before you get here. All of these strategies are coming from our Foundations of Piano Teaching course, so if you're a member or if you want to sign up to membership, you're going to get access to that next week, and you'll be able to explore these strategies and much more inside that course there. Today's strategy is called Crossing the River, and in this imaginary scenario, the river is the piano. So here's how this works, and this is a practice strategy specifically, but remember, I do all of the practice strategies that I do with my students, we do them in the lesson first, so that students feel really confident using them in the practice room. It is not enough to just tell them the instructions and send them home with it, and it's not even enough to do this with your student once. You're going to need to do it lots and lots of times in order for your student to be comfortable enough and confident doing it on their own at home without you there to guide them through it. So make sure you walk through this with your imaginary student and any real students you have that you use it with too. Crossing the river works like this. You're going to take 3 objects. I have 3 pens today, but you can use toys, you can use erasers, you can use anything, and it's fun to use random objects from your student's house too. So take your 3 things and put them on the left side of the piano. They go on the end at the left. Then your student is going to play their piece or their section of a piece, recommended, once, with a specific goal in mind. So let's say they pick out 2 bars as their section, 2 measures. Maybe their goal is to play through it at a certain tempo with the metronome, or to play through it without any wrong notes, or to play through it without stopping, or to play through it with your teacher duet. It can be anything, but it has to be specific and measurable, meaning when they do it, can you say, I did it or I didn't do it? Okay? And if they did it on their first repetition, you're going to take one of the objects, 1 pen goes over to the other side. Now they play it again. If they get it right, they achieve the goal, another pen or fun object goes across. But here's the thing. These 2 are already over here. If they get it wrong, this one is going to go back across the river. So you continue until all 3 objects are on the other side. Now, if this goes on too long, that means that the section is too big or the goal is too hard. Okay? So make sure you're always scaling this back to something that they really can achieve without getting too many back and forths, because that's going to become a nuisance and they're not going to feel like doing this at home. When this works, students love doing this strategy at home. They can see the difference it makes and they find it way more fun than just playing a bunch of times in a row with no goal in mind and with no fun objects to move. Those of you who are on the ball today might have figured out that all this is 3 times in a row correctly. That's all it is. That's how it's happening. If you get all 3 objects over, that means you've played it 3 times in a row correctly. But having a physical object helps your students to see this and to really work hard to achieve that goal rather than just, we've all seen it where the student just goes over and over and over and they're not really trying, or they're just not paying enough attention to even know if they're trying, right? So crossing the river is huge for this, and having fun names for these things is actually really important. So don't lose a name. Don't call it 3 times in a row correctly. Call it Crossing the River. Make it a game. Your results will be so much better and your students will be more likely to do it at home. So that's your strategy to try for today. Test it out with your dummy student or your teddy bear and let us know how you get on and any variations you come up with in the Facebook group. I can't wait to hear them, and I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow for our final day.